Borrowed Love Poems. What can I do? I have dreamed of you so much. What can I do, lost as I am in the sky? What can I do now that all the doors and windows are open? I'll whisper this in your ear as if it were a rough draft, something I scribbled on a napkin. I have dreamed of you so much there's no time left to write, no time left on the sundial for my shadow to fall back to the earth, lost as I am in the sky. What can I do? All the years that we talked and I was afraid to want more. What can I do now that these hours belong to neither you nor me, lost as I am in the sky? What can I do now that I cannot find the words I need when your hair is in mine, now that there's no time left to sleep, now that your name is not enough? What can I do if a red meteor wakes the earth and the color of robbery's in the air? Now that I dream of you so much, my lips are like clouds, drifting above the shadow of one who is asleep. Now that the moon is enthralled with a wall, what can I do if one of us is lying on the earth and the other is lost in the sky? What can I do, lost as I am in the wind and lightning that surrounds you? What can I do now that my tears are rising toward the sky, only to fall back into the sea again? What can I do now that this page is wet, now that this pen is empty? What can I do now that the sky has shut its iron door and bolted clouds to the back of the moon, now that the wind has diverted the ocean's attention, now that a red meteor has plunged into the lake, now that I'm awake, now that you have closed the book? Now that the sky is green and the air is red with rain, I never stood in the shadow of pyramids. I never walked from village to village in search of fragments that had fallen to earth in another age. What can I do now that we have collided on a cloudless night and sparks rise from the bottom of 1,000 lakes? To some, the winter sky is a blue peach teeming with worms, and the clouds are growing thick with sour milk. What can I do now that the fat black sea is seething, now that I've refused to return my borrowed dust to the butterflies, their wings full of yellow flower? What can I do? I never believed happiness could be premeditated. What can I do, having argued with the obedient world that language will infiltrate its walls? What can I do now that I've sent you a necklace of dead, dried beads, and now that I want to be like the necklace and turn flowers into red candles pouring from the sun? What can I do now that I've spent my life studying the physics of goodbye, every velocity and particle and all the waves undulating through the relapse of a moment's vision? Now that I must surrender this violin to the sea's foaming black tongue, now that January is almost here and I've started celebrating a completely different life. And this is the last section. Now that the 7 wonders of the night have been stolen by history, now that the sky is lost and the stars have slipped into a book, now that the moon is boiling like the blood where it swims, now that there are no blossoms left to glue to the sky, what can I do? I who never invented anything and who dreamed of you so much I was amazed to discover the claw marks of those who preceded us across this burning floor.